Pardon me, sir, but we're taking a safety survey for the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. I notice that you're not wearing a safety hat. Is there any particular reason why you're not?
I don't care.
But, sir, don't you know that according to the National Safety Council, 14,300 Americans lost their lives in industry last year? You could be one of those.
I don't care.
But surely you realize that time lost from work because of industrial accidents is almost 10 times more than the time lost because of strikes.
I don't care.
But, sir, those men working up above you there could drop a heavy object on your head. And since you're not wearing a safety hat, it could be fatal.
I don't care.
You mean you wouldn't care if that fellow up there dropped that 5-pound hammer on your unprotected head?
He already did. That's why I don't care.
This message is brought to you by the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, AFL-CIO.
I don't care.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got time for just one more question before I have to conclude this press conference.
Tell me, Senator, how do you stand on the issue of banning cigarette advertising from all media?
I'm against it. I've been smoking since I was 8 years old, and I ain't dead yet. No, sir, there's a much more serious problem we face, and I aim to propose legislation to combat it.
What problem is that, Senator?
Industrial accidents. Why, son, did you know that 14,300 Americans lost their lives in American industry last year?
Yes, but American trade unions are working constantly to combat this. What do you propose to do about it?
I'm proposing that all factories be labeled with a 10-foot-high sign that reads, "Caution, working in this factory may be injurious to your health."
But, Senator, a person can't just quit work because work is hazardous to his health.
Well, maybe he could cut down. Hey, you got a cigarette?
This message is brought to you by the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, AFL-CIO.
Pardon me, sir, but I'm from the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. I'd like to ask you a few questions about noise level.
You're gonna have to talk up. Can't hear you for these machines.
I notice you're not wearing earmuffs or earplugs. Are you aware that prolonged exposure to such noise can result in deafness?
Talk louder. Can't hear you.
The National Safety Council tells us that 1 out of 4 workers are exposed to dangerous noise levels every day.
Yes, it is a lovely day.
Sir, when you can't hear yourself talk, you should wear earmuffs or earplugs.
So you want to sell me some spark plugs?
No, sir, I want to suggest that baffles and a sound-absorbent ceiling might cut down on the noise level.
Son, I can't hear you. Let me cut off this machine. Now, what did you say?
Sir, you're in danger of losing your hearing.
Talk louder. Can't hear you.
This message is brought to you by the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, AFL-CIO.
What do you say? So, behave now, Betsy.
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm doing an article on rural life in America for the London News. Could you answer a few questions?
Sure could. Ain't doing nothing but milking.
Sir, are you aware that that huge Holstein is standing upon your foot?
Yeah, Betsy always stands on my foot. Used to keep me crippled upright this morning. But you see, my son works at a factory where they wear safety shoes, sell them to him at cost. And, mister, did you know that 250,000 Americans are disabled by a work accident to feet and toes each year? But in my son's factory, safety shoes cut down on those injuries 85%, so I got him to get me a pair of them. Now me and old Betsy just gets along fine. Well, I'm finished. Why don't you come in the house and have a nice cool glass of milk?
I'd like to, old chap, but I can't.
Why can't you?
Because Betsy's standing on my foot now.
This message is brought to you by the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, AFL-CIO.
Oh, dear.